land from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed we passed victorious, our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayers shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by your enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazinamti Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice. In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazinamti Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice unyielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi asume sumwe kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazinamti Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of of resistance, woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Lifelong song, Kwensu, journey etched in time, a warrior for justice, a poet of rhyme. May your spirit soar beyond prison walls and make Biafra's freedom reign as destiny calls. This song is a creative. In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazinamti Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice unyielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazia Sume Sumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. In the shadows chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazinamti Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance, woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Lifelong song, Kwensu, journey etched in time, a warrior for justice, a poet of rhyme. May your spirit soar beyond prison walls and make Biafra's freedom reign as destiny calls. This song is a creative expression and tribute. Mazinamti Kanu's situation is complex, and this song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace. Dun dun.
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. This is Mazi Zumezu Kwensu. As I welcome you to this wonderful edition, please endeavor to welcome others is very important. We are live at our various platforms. In any platform that's in any of our platform that we are hearing the sound of our voice, please endeavor to hit the like button and share the program is very important. We are live at TikTok, If you are listening to the sound of our voice on TikTok, please share the program and click the like button and tap. I think Opakasi equal on TikTok and tap on TikTok and share our program. It's very important. Thank you. We're also live on S Handle. If you are hearing the sound of our voice on S Handle, please endeavor to hit the like button and share the program. It's very, very important. We are live on Facebook at Maazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. If you are hearing the voice of my voice on Maazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu, please hit the like button and share the program. It's very, very important. We're also live on Ikechukwu Umadi Ezumezu, also on Facebook. Please hit the like button and share the program. We are live on YouTube. We are 640 something people on YouTube. You can see we are going. We are going gradually. Please, if you are not subscribed on my YouTube channel, Ikechukwu Ezumezu, please go on and subscribe. It's very important, and share the program and invite to subscribe. It's very, very important because we have to have this multiple platform. So anyone that is down, or that we will be working before if you see and get that. As I'm talking to you right now, we are live on 5 channels. 5 channels. So we welcome you all. Before we proceed, we have to acknowledge the state coordinator from America, Maazi Cosmos Dulu. Maz, you are welcome, sir. You are welcome to the program, sir. You are welcome, sir. You can see the flyer, what we are going to talk about today. You can see the flyer. And the right up by the side of our leader, Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, the U.S. Congress clear path for Trump to impose sanctions on Nigeria over the wanton buying of Christians. And we have to put a call across, and we also ask, we have to put a call across our people in America to know if the sanctions have been implemented or have been imposed on the zoo. Then by the left side of our leader, you see the light up there. These are one of the major reasons IPOB leader Onyendu Maazi Nnamdi Kanu seeking for #referendum for Biafrans, but Nigeria government kidnapped him in Kenya and externally renditioned him to Nigeria. Agwa m unu, anaghị ekpuchi afọ ime aka. Anaghị ekpuchi afọ ime aka. Ụkwa ruo oge, ụkwa ruo time ọ na-ada. And I always remind Biafrans that Maazi Nnamdi Kanu is in another mission. Is in another mission. I remember those China Sawankita and his Richard Card Media Worm. Then they have in their WhatsApp group meeting discussing not to share our leader court case program. And Jonathan Chinedu will come on lady on air. Will be yabbing that Onyendu went to court today. Nobody knows that Onyendu went to court. A whole IPOB leader. And others, the church card media, they were saying this. And I'm today, what is happening? What is happening today? Well, today is not for their program. We have to go to the main topic. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a true prophet. Onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a true prophet. Go and check. Everything Onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said have come to pass, except one, the coming of Biafra. Go and check his message from 2012 to 2021 when he was kidnapped in Kenya. Check all his message. Check all his message. Remember, before I did program about Bishop Kuka, Onyendu have done the program for Bishop Kuka and warning him. And I did several videos about Bishop Kuka. And I told you guys Bishop Kuka is an agent of the Westerners. Bishop Kuka enjoy the buying of Christian. That is why during the time of when Debola was spy, Bishop Kuka come on air to tell the international community that all is well. He told them that the same people they are accusing are the same people guiding him. That if they are bad, why must they guide him? This narrative he painted then. But today, another priest from Benue is in US soil presenting the atrocity that is going on in Nigeria. Another priest from the Middle Belt, Benue, is in US soil as I'm speaking to you today, presenting all the atrocities committed by these people. And this is the reason why Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is seeking for self-referendum. Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know the evil plan of these people. We bido n'ọtụtụ bido n'efife wee chụwa ewu ojii before chi abalị wee jie. When Onyendu started, they tag him hate speech because truth is bitter. Today, go and check all he said. They have come to pass. Go to the West. The bush, the forest he talk about, they have taken over. The Yorubas have confessed it by their own mouth. Look at what is happening in Southeast, in Enugu State, in Ebonyi State. When I remember in 2014, when you went to World Congress, Igbo World Congress, and demanded, I see organic OGM, I said, can we defend our line that these people are coming? For now, but today, some of those people are the one in front today, fighting for Mazi Nnamdi to be out. Some of them are in the front, putting their hard-earned money to make sure our land is secure. Some of them. I have a couple of videos I'm going to play tonight. And for those of you who are still castigating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to have a rethink and know that only the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mean well for Africa. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mean well for Africa. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the solution and not the problem. He is the solution and not the problem. Remember what Onyendu said, that when Biafra come, all the neighboring countries, our brothers, that he will give them oil for free. He will give them the oil for free. That we shall become great what we have in upstairs. I hope you guys listening to Taiwan. Is it a president or one of their politician? He said Taiwan don't have anything, but all they have is human brain. And guess what? Ndị Igbo, we have it abundantly. Ndị Igbo, we are so great. In America, it's on record. The best immigrant in America is Igbo. It's in record. Or is it in UK? Go and see how we are excel in anything we lay our hand on. We have that brain, that ovolo. We have it. We have it. I'm also calling on sons and daughters of Igbos. Na-asụ ntetenu n'ụla na chi efogo. Tetenu n'ụla na chi efogo. Let's just a little push. A little push. Those that are against us, they are few. We are the majority. Those that are against us, they are few, but we are the majority. A little push. It's all over. We shall see the sanction US imposed on Nigeria. We shall see. Remember what I said before, that Trump may not pronounce free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or may not pronounce the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But what he will do, will put pressure on the Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Trump himself knows that it is his own people that are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Trump knows that it is his own people, those people that have oil well, those people that have oil companies, they are the one holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Trump knows that. And don't forget when Trump told us that he don't want to become extremely rich because his friends are making a lot of money in Nigeria. He said it. He knows that the people that are responsible for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the SSL is the Westerners. That's why he's very careful what he's doing. Now, let's present the first video. The first video I'm going to present with, it's so emotional. It's so emotional how people were slaughtered, because this police travel all the way from Benue State, Nigeria, to US soil to present this issue before the congressmen. I want you guys to watch the video. And if you want to come in, if you're on TikTok, you love to contribute, you can join from TikTok. If you want to join in from YouTube, you can come in. I will send the link later. Also on Facebook. Before then, let's listen to this.
You don't know what it means. Most of us do not understand what it means to be a Biafran. You have not seen anything yet. I was kidnapped. I was beaten. I was spat at. My clothes were ripped from my body. Women urinated and poured it on me. because of Biafra, so that they may humiliate me to such a point that I will not talk about Biafra anymore. They videoed me. Masop has a video of me where they were beating me, dragging me on the floor, tearing my clothes because I spoke the truth. That did not stop me from talking about Biafra. It did not stop me from taking Radio Biafra to Enugu. It did not stop me from broadcasting Radio Biafra from Newi. It did not stop me from broadcasting Radio Biafra from Onitsha, from Owerri, from Aba, from Port Harcourt. I am resolute. I don't retreat. Never. Nigeria has put me in detention before. Solitary confinement. It did not stop me from preaching Biafra. How about an imbecile somewhere talking? How can that affect me? If those that kidnapped me and nearly killed me did not stop me from doing Biafra, how about an imbecile hiding somewhere? People must know who I am. I am destructively stubborn. You see, Biafra is going to come. You don't know what it means. Most of us do not understand what it means to be a Biafra.
There is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this Ipob, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Ipob, Yasika, and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwuka Abiyama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Inaguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Oraeri, the same God of Oweeri, the same God of Arochukwu, not to be the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, but that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal.
Yeah, Biafrans. This was 2 weeks before his kidnapped in Kenya and rendition to Nigeria. This is the message he gave to us. This was the message and what he gave to us. And he let us know that he's not lamenting for those that want to work against him, for those that want to work against Biafra restoration. He said, you are not going to stop us. You will try, but you will not stop us. Those politicians that are working against him, against Biafrans, against IPOB, only to say you will try, but you will not stop us. Now let's move. Let's move to the video, to the main video. One of the main video we're going to play tonight.
I am Wilfred Chikbanabodapia here as the bishop, the Catholic Bishop of Makurdi Diocese, the capital of Benue State in Nigeria. I am the shepherd of one of the 4 dioceses, Catholic dioceses in Benue. We have others, Anglican, Methodist, and Pentecostals, which certainly Benue State has a population of about 6.1 million people, 2 million of whom are those under my care as the bishop of the diocese. Benue State is about 98% Christian, with very few Muslims living in towns. Nigeria and eventually my diocese and the state of Benue have become, in recent years, one of the most dangerous and insecure places for Christians. Christians and Muslims are nearly evenly divided among Nigeria's large population of over 200 million persons. Islamist extremists are fiercely contesting the possession, control, and governing law of the land, especially in the country's northern and central regions, the latter of which is where Benue is located. There are constant ethnic, political, and religious conflicts over land and allegiance. Constitutionally, we are a secular country, but our unity has been fragile. Political and religious actions and even public speech have been carefully managed to avoid accusations of religious bias and political tensions. Today, the clear influence of Islamist extremists has changed the traditional social dynamics of tribe, ethnicity, religion, and the social status in Nigeria. Because just recently, at the beginning of the Ramadan fast, 12 states in northern Nigeria have declared closed schools so that they attend to this. And you can imagine which other country in the world does that. Saudi Arabia is not doing it. Afghanistan is not doing it. Baghdad is not doing it, but then Nigeria is practicing. What kind of Islam are they practicing? 12 states, and not only Muslims are living in these places. What happens with the educational program or curriculum of the country? But this is what we are going through every day in Nigeria. A long-term Islamic agenda to homogenize the population has been implemented over several presidencies through a strategy to reduce and eventually eliminate the Christian identity of half of the population. This strategy includes both violent and non-violent actions, such as the exclusion of Christians from positions of power and adoption of such church members, the raping of women, the killing and exploitation of Christians, the destruction of churches and farmlands of Christian farmers, followed by the occupation of such lands by the Fulani herders, and also changing the names of these villages. They are taking over the places, so you clearly see an expansionist approach and Islamic, and then they are making the people now flee and leave their villages, and they conquer it. The quest to Islamalize the land appears high on the agenda of some of the powerful and influential Muslims in Nigeria.
Bishop, wait. Do you guys understand what the bishop is saying? Will understand you. Now, those communities can be taken, and the name of the community can be displaced. When I told you guys that in Jos, more than 40-something communities have been taken away. As soon as ebe ka ọ nọ wee nweta this news. In Benue State, more than 50 communities has been chased away. And what Bishop is telling us right now is the new incident, the new community that have been chased out, and the name being changed. This is what is happening in Enugu State. Enugu State. I'll play the video. 6 communities have been chased away from Enugu State. And the governor is smooth. All the governor can do that he want to build the road for them. But when we see the amounts, because they wanted to hide it. But Igbos Mban, Twitter catch fire. What happened in Enugu State? The mainstream media, they want to put it under the carpet. Thank God for social media. 6 communities in Enugu State have been chased out. I will play the video. You will hear it from them. Now in Benue State, the man also told you that communities are being chased out, and communities are being renamed the community. Let's continue listening. And again, he said something. He said 12 states in the north have closed school for 5 good weeks because they want to do Ramadan. Now, tell me, how did we have things in common with these people? I am not against. If they want to close school 1 year, it's up to them. It's up to them. But don't try to implement these your ways in us. That is why we say referendum. Let's decide if we want to be with Nigeria or not. This is what Onyendu Maznakan is fighting for. They went to Kenya to kidnap him and rendition him in Nigeria. For 4 years now, he has been incarcerated. And on the few mouths to Igbo keep quiet. The Obi. After the Igbo na akụ Ojuzakano na akụ inyo, that let the court do his job before Tinubu will intervene. Let's continue listening to this man, to Bishop. It's important.
Nigeria. There is a campaign to take land to spread Islam. And there is the hemorrhaging of Christian farmers from the central region of Nigeria and Benue State, and Makurdi Diocese in particular, as they are forced to abandon fertile lands that use to feed the nation, which classify Benue as the food basket of the nation. Militant Fulani herdsmen are terrorists destroying society. They steal and vandalize, they kill and boast about it. They kidnap and rape, and they enjoy total impunity from the elected authorities. None of them have been arrested and brought to justice. This is supported by the corrupt system in which we operate, and the abject
Now, what Bishop just led now, before the Congress people or before the Parliament, whatever they said in America, is it true of us? It happened in Southeast. We saw our women, we saw our mothers protesting, telling us what they have encountered with these men, with these barbarians called foreign men, called these terrorists. After raping them, they put stick in the private parts. They put stick there. Nwanyi Igbo. Ka edi na-eche wolo si wetinye n'iwo ji ebulu nwanya. Igbo wee do ogbi wee nọrọ nwayọ. Chineke ekwena ajọ ife. Agba mu na-enwe ezi odogwu. Ihe nwe na ala Igbo today ụmụ nwoke amụ mmiri. Ụmụ nwoke amụ mmiri clout. Chọna enwere ego pụtara na-atụ ego ya chọna ya odogwu. One single policy, that money in out to the again. One single policy I am implement. That money in out to the again. Biano can know this log once for all. Back here, this man, Mazin Nandi can look. Now, 1 year old, now anti-dose in the flanny. Onye ara anụ onu ya egwu ejideba ndị Chineke ya akpọ ọkụ Obi Kubana ma Kubana chief priest. Name them those ụmụ ndị Fulani tulime na-akụ inyo. O mere n'Enugu steeti. It's your mom in Anambra State. It's your mom in Imo State. It's your mom in Abia State. They are coming. They are coming. When you say they are coming, well, you think that you are safe. You are not safe. You think you are in our blood, that it cannot get to you. Fine, it can't get to you, but it will get to your relation. It will get to your sister. It will get to your brothers. Our mothers in Enugu, they are being raped. Are in stick in their private parts. The governor want to hide it. Let's continue listening to him.
The abject poverty among us, which allow the criminal to easily attract more recruits and prey on more victims. Why is this happening? Is it really a religious war? Like in the past, many jihadists are motivated less by religion than by spoils of war and use their religion to impose themselves. In my diocese, the spoils consist mainly of fertile, well-tended land organized around my parishes or so. The jihadists come and adopt and kill the priests, leaving thousands without support and basic human services. And of course, when they disperse the people, the inhabitants, or the citizens, or the people of the lands, they take over. And any attempt to go back and take care of your farms, surely you get killed. The Makurdi Diocese in Benue State has been the epicenter of the invasion by these herders, who are more like hired guns of cattle oligarchies, who manipulate religion to rally the herders to eliminate the Christian population and cleanse the land in the name of Islam. This objective is behind the relentless attacks against Benue's villages. When we call for help to the police and the army, they do not come. At the end of 2024, several villages were warned by the attackers of the upcoming violence, and the leaders called the police for defense ahead of time. But they did not come, and the Christian massacres, almost customary, took place, killing hundreds in Plateau and Benue, with the worst massacre claiming 47 people. The militant also burned down the 8 Catholic churches of St. Mary's Parish in the Diocese of Boko, which in Benue State, as well as the parish house, clinics, schools, and other houses. The militant Fulani herdsmen bear on defenseless villagers without consequences. They follow orders to conquer, kill, and occupy. They attack even those who have managed to escape into our IDP camps. Thereby, they have no place to run to. And it is unfortunate that the police system in Nigeria, orders have to come from above. And such that once there's a call, and they say they have never responded. And by the time they arrive, these people have left, and the people are now living in the pool of their blood. What I have recounted above.
When I said that Christianity in Nigeria has been defeated by Muslims, when I made that program, people say, Mazes, why are you saying this? But it's the reality. It's the reality. The Nigerian government cannot protect the Christians in Nigeria. And the Christians in Nigeria are now seeking help far away from America. That Nigerian government are not doing anything. Look at Muslim ticket. Is that not a clear evidence that Christians have become nothing? The same way they want to, make Igbos irrelevant in Nigeria. The same way they have made Christian irrelevant in Nigeria. Nke a bụ eziokwu Chineke. Owu oge iwochi iwu izuo ike, nwere ibe ihe eme. Ịnọ ọbịa gị bacha mgbe jelara ụra. But ọ ma eziokwu anyị na-agụ nke bụ eziokwu. Anyị na-agụ nke bụ eziokwu. The Nigerian government cannot protect its subjects, Christians. Remember, they call Nigeria a secular state. But let me ask you, is Nigeria a secular state? The answer is no. You hear from Bishop that even security people cannot do anything. The same thing happened in Iraq. In Ebonyi State, I think in a boundary between Benue and the Ebonyi or Enugu. After these people came and by our people, the army arrived and started taking off, taking their phone off from them. The army came and took their phones from them. You know what? Because they don't want it to be up, to wait outside. But thank God, we all have the video. That's when they went to a church, Lord's choosing, and by a lot of people. Ask that the GOC, Moka, what did Moka said about buying of his own flood, of his own subjects? Nothing. He keep moods. But when he didn't employ, also the employer now one bomb. Employer Agog. Employer about AK-47 or not about. But that day we saw what happened in Lord's choosing in the church. Tell me, Lazarus Moka have population people that went to the church. Did he protest? Did he say, all today being Sunday, all my churches all over Nigeria will be shut down? And we went on protest for the solidarity of those people that have been by in Southeast. Omelia? Nothing. I told you guys that somehow you may be working for this Nigeria government. You wouldn't know. We saw what Soludo is doing. And don't misquote me. Listen, don't misquote me. What Soludo is doing, Maazị Ezumezu, I love it, but not all. This stealing from our people in terms of Ezewanya, in terms of Nwadibia, stealing from our people. You need to stop. Going to the riverside, polluting the water. You need to stop. Because in those days, I said before, anyị na-anụ nọ den, anyị na-afụ ọkụkọ na-akpa n'akụkụ mmiri, na-afụkwa ma efi na-akpa n'akụkụ mmiri ma ewu asụ na iwe eji wee chụọ aja. Ndị gboo a na-ejide efi tụgburu n'ime mmiri, jide ọkụkọ makpụrụ n'ime mmiri, jide ewu makpụrụ n'ime mmiri, iwe pollution of water. But Soludo, all thinking all the smart, and I'm aware this thing will backfire. It will backfire. Now, he now use the case and say there's no there will not be no that there shouldn't be no preaching in the market. Cause balance here, but we know your target. You are against the abolishing spiritual practice. Do you think Soludo is not working for Nigeria government? Because those people, those Fulani Janjaweed, they are afraid of this Igbo spirituality, ndị ọdịnala. Believe me, these are the only people they are afraid of. And there's no way they can fight ndị ọdịnala. But they want to use the governor, and the governor is doing their bit, not knowing that he's doing their bit. In case of this Soludo, this new law in Anambra State, we'll talk about it. If you make a new law, listen, if you make a new law, that law should start from the date you make it. Anybody that faults that law should face the penalty, should face the justice. But not making the law and taking it backdate it, and went for those people that fought it, that did the same thing, not making the law. What is that?
You give 2.
One.
That is missing 2.
No, that one is off. It's kaput. I throw it out. No. So I want you guys to get my point. When he make a law today, that law should take effect the date he make that law. Anybody that fought that law, okay. I am not here to support Makwoko Commando, all those people, because these people they mislead our people in one way or the other. What I'm saying, that he make a law, he man backdate the law he make you. Gawa yesterday, that law he na or na continue we made that in you make that law. In that years, not year may last 2 years, you may last year, you may last 3 years. One them mad. You know why? Because even those people are not Boko, when they call them, come out, let's fight for this injustice that is against IPOB, it's against Mazinankan, all of them, governors say, no, about my business. Today, it's affecting them, but we are speaking for them. We shall speak for them. Yeah, beautiful. We shall speak for them. Because Mazinankan, Noria, Mazinankan will also fight for them. Look at what is going on in Benue State. Look at what is going on in Plateau State. This is the reason why Mazinankan said, give me a referendum. Conduct a referendum. Let my people decide. They went all the way to Kenya to kidnap him and rendition him to Nigeria. And Igbos are quiet. This now window dogu emechi ọnụ. Ipakia moto ibule entourage. In a koni wodogu. When these people come, Atwala, you may escape because you the money. You may escape, you and your family, but how about your relation? All of them are they going to escape? Nzuzu konode. Uno de nzuzu. After the obato na-eke ego na church. I will build the church with 300 million naira. I will build it. I have the money. Don't think I don't have the money. I will build the church. 300 million naira. I have the money. Kenda 100,000 naira. Well, you know. Okay, no. Let's continue listening to Bishop.
above is happening not only in Benue State. I believe our experience in Benue is symptomatic of what is happening elsewhere in large parts of Nigeria. The experience of the Nigerian Christians today can be summed up as that of a church under Islamist extermination. It is frightening to live there. Apart from the violent campaigns and attacks against Christian villages, there are now attempts by the Islamic Council of Nigeria and various Islamic groups to impose Sharia law on the Christian populations. Already, 12 states in the north of Nigeria are under this sectarian religious law, and attempts to extend the same to the south of Nigeria, which they have started. This month, governors in the north decided appropriately to close all schools and education institutions during the months of Ramadan, leaving millions of students without learning opportunity for 5 weeks. We live in fear because at any point it can be our turn to be killed, but to remain silent is to die twice. So, I have chosen to speak. I speak on behalf of the millions who are in the camps. In Benue State, in Makurdi Diocese alone, in my diocese, I have about 9 camps. 9. On the 5th of March, which was Ash Wednesday, we visited one of the camps, and many of my priests and religious went to the other camps, distributed them to begin the Ash Wednesday with our faithful who are there, because we are the voice of the voiceless. We have to talk for the defenseless. We have to talk about the weak and those who cannot talk about themselves. In one of the camps called the Mega Camp, there were over 3,000 inmates of that camp, and which was a record given to us by government. I speak on behalf of them and those children who have no husband, who have no father, and even their own voices taken away by the politicians who promised to help them, but have become the willing tools of the jihadists because they are talking politically correct statements, looking for next elections to come. I speak on behalf.
Let's ask Bishop Wilfred a question, because Bishop Wilfred, when Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting, telling the whole world that these people have an agenda to Islamize, people like you, Bishop Kuka, they say, ignoring him, don't know what he's talking about. He's preaching hate speech. When Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when IPOB leader tell the world that these people have an agenda to Islamize the whole Nigeria, some years ago, what do people like you do? You people say hate speech. Hate speech. But one thing that you guys don't know, that those that escaped it yesterday will be a victim of tomorrow. You are fled to America seeking for help because you know that you cannot do it. You know that they are in the government. The whole Nigeria. Nigeria is their forefather estate. As they said. But when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying this their plan, these are their plan. They are coming. People say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a warmonger. He will hate speech everywhere. When he said that some Igbos are in part of Benue, they say Islam grabber. Because he said that I will protect my people.
On behalf of those whose loved ones have been killed, but no one has even offered a word of consolation to them. I speak on behalf of the thousands of young girls who have been adopted and raped because no one, not even the media, mentions them anymore. Foremost, I speak on behalf of my flock who are unable to worship freely and unable to return to their ancestral farms and homes because that land has been ruthlessly taken from them by the armed herdsmen. And where they say they want to live in peace with the natives, if you must farm, you have to pay tax to hire the land which belongs to you. That is slavery, to say the least about it. as prosperous Nigeria is.
It's not a lie. When the program I did before earlier before now, I said to you guys, in Delta State, Abraka, Ipob West, before you go to the stream, you have to pay them before you go to the stream. Before you get to the stream, you have to pay them. This Fulani Janjaweed, you have to pay them before you go to the stream. Now the Bishop Wilfred is telling you that you have to pay them tax before you can farm in your own land. In your own land, there you can farm. You have to pay them money before you can farm in your own land. And Nigerians, they are busy talking bullshit. Look at the case of Natasha. He have gone all the way from Nigeria to New York, presenting her case. He wants UN to intervene. Now, how many of our sister? How many of our sister? People like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. People like this lady, Chimamanda. People like Obi Ezekwesili. How many of them have moved to UN, to complain that Maazin Nnamdi Kanu has been freed in Nigeria? Court have been freed him, but Nigeria government refused to let him go. How many of them have go to UN to complain that their own brother Maazin Nnamdi Kanu, the court in Nigeria have set him free, but Nigeria government refused to let him go? How many of them have taken that part? How many of them, or can they do that? But Chimamanda knows how to write letter to White House in terms of obedience, telling so-called Biden that Tinubu did not win the election. But Chimamanda don't know how to put that same petition against the Nigeria government for not obeying their own court of Maazin Nnamdi Kanu. If let me niile, ọ bụrụ oge nnekwu ada nọ, Dr. Akunyele, nwaanyị ka ibie, asị m ebe ọbụla ọ nọ, ndị bụ ndị egedecheri ya, ebe ọbụla ọ nọ, udo dịrị ya. Dollar Akunyele will make Jonathan the president. Only her. He said, no, I can't keep quiet. How many of these our sisters today have the spirit of Dollar Akunyele? How many of them? How many of them? Today is not their topic.
Nigeria is in African continent, and I tell you, if there's outbreak of war in Nigeria, no country around us, Chad, Niger, Ghana, Guinea, Togo, no country can contain the population that will flee to these places. No country can be able to house over 5 million refugees. It's not possible because of that. And if 1 million refugees run to Chad and Niger, they'll collapse that country because there'll be no plan to take care of them. So we have to be very careful. Today, I urge you all to use every means within your mandate to start developing a strong and good relationship with Nigeria, where you know that when you speak of human dignity, you are also speaking of the same God-given right you believe is unalienable. Consider that Nigeria can be your ally, but it cannot be one where half the population is in the process of being murderously eliminated. Work with us, the churches, and other Nigerians of goodwill. We are working for a peaceful and prosperous society, and our desperate plight has been set aside U.S. policy for too long, to the cost of thousands of lives. Concretely, I request and I plead, I ask you to redesignate Nigeria as a country of particular concern. This has both a practical and diplomatic meaning to signal that you are paying attention to what happens to us and elsewhere in the world. Because the policies the government is trying to put in place, so that to return the IDPs, build camps for them, relocate them from their homes, it is not durable and it will not work, because the government has already the population that is not able to take care of. And then you have over millions of people in the camps, and you want to relocate them to where? And if you do, let's take that you do. How many houses or rooms will you give me who has 5 children, another one has 3, another one has 2? And what will I be doing for a living? These people previously never begged anybody for food. They were managing their lives, training their children, and building their homes. So nobody should have deceived us on the guys that you're going to reset to the IDPs. They have no jobs. So where you say them, what will be their place?
You see, I must be honest with you. You see these church leaders, they are the part of problem. I said it before, and I see repeating it today. They are the part of the problem. You fly all the way to America to ask American government to impose sanctions on Nigeria. That is all. Why can't you demand a referendum? Ask American government to back up, to support referendum in Nigeria, to decide if we can live together with these people, because it cannot change their mindset. It cannot change their mindset. You are not the same with them. Why can't you be demanding from President Trump that let's be a referendum in Nigeria to decide if Nigeria will continue to be one? All you travel is just to ask for, to impose sanction. And knowing full well that even the people you are seeking for their help, they are also part of the problem, because they want the land, they don't want the people. Look at what Trump said about the aid, that they use it to sponsor Boko Haram and other terrorists. These are the same people you went to. But why can't you demand for something that is tangible? As President Trump said, it is time to support Biafra referendum. Why can't you demand that? The next thing here, I know, these people are also part of the problem. Let's continue.
And by the way, the fundamental question remains, if you resettle them to other camps or build places for them, what happens with the ancestral lands? Who takes care of them? And this is whereby I feel the government is complicit on this issue. Because these terrorists, Fulanis, displace and kill people and then occupy the place and then change names, nomenclatures of these towns. For what reason? So we want to let the people go back to their homes and help for.
Yeah, before we continue, let's welcome the regional coordinator in America, Mazi Chizuku. Mazi, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Welcome. I will continue to tell you guys the truth. These men of God are part of the problem we have in that country, that zoo. Why can't this man demand a referendum that he want American president, American government to support call for referendum in Nigeria to decide if Nigeria will continue to live? Because the North and the South, also the Middle Belt, there's nothing in common. From you, we just heard that 12 states in the northern Nigeria have closed school because of Ramadan. For 5 good weeks, children will not be in school. All you travel from Nigeria to America just to seek for sanction. One year, they buy you, we lament. Yesterday, they buy you, you lament. Tomorrow, they will buy you, you also lament. Why can't the church in Nigeria stand up and do something and say enough is enough? Israel, look at Israel. Look at Israel. Are you holy than Israel? The Jesus Christ you are talking about Israel is from Israel. But Israel don't pray with their life. They protect themselves with AK-47. They did not protect themselves with Bible. Israel did not know. Yeah, they will pray to God, yeah. But they have that AK-47. They have that jet. They have that iron lung to protect themselves. Now, can I work with this man here? I don't want to use Iwo Abegom now. Can I work with this man here? I'm calling you Seba. Can I get one man? See, no, the southern, not the south, the south that men did not Tagala school. Let's bring the video. Yeah, before then, I want to play this video. I want you guys to take a look. Yeah, take a look.
Why me naifanya dura bila juala zote. Fanya watu tiga. Omila fanya dura tane ya paki jinne. Wallahi fanya no dura. Fanya hande dare kio. Wallahi dikari fanya. Bida no. Wai mo do mamu ko tin. Kai fanya. Fanya wai ko. Wai oh. Fanya. Je.
Fanya wala bende.
Fanya. Dikari ala no.
Dohuke.
Fanya hokka ga Allah ya hatta.
Dikari ala dun norra. Dara ini tuli te turo. Fanya angkan duna fado.
Yeah, before we comment on this video, let's look into what the state coordinator writes, Cosmos Dulu. So remember, he will still go back to Nigeria. Everybody cannot be our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May the Almighty God keep our leader and free him unconditionally. Yes, Mazi. Everybody cannot be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No, nobody. No. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am Mazi Ezumezu. But let me tell you, Mazi, the fact is that if you want to survive, you will not be afraid to strike. Mazi, this is the fact. If you want to survive in the middle of the enemies, you will not be afraid to strike. Because if you refuse to strike, you will go down. The next will go down that don't want to strike. In Israel, he said that I am coming back. He said, what is today's date? He said, I am coming back. Before now, for you to pronounce Biafra, You will look around, not to show this debate today, man, not gonna make it everywhere. Biafra, 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 Biafra. Somebody will sacrifice something for things to take place. Mass before now, all Bishop Kuka and Aga Ijemoka and Aga before. I'm an idea. What Bishop Kuka? Where is Bishop Kuka? Kebono. Kerebono today. Mass, the fact is that these people, only you have told us the secret of these people. That these people have learned an age. These people need beginning fire for fire. Open na ejiri nwayọ. Ndị nwogo the mindset, they already have that mindset that the land has given to them by Allah. That Nigeria is a what? Is their forefathers' estate. Our so-called leader will not protect his flock, his subject. It's not supposed to be a leader, to be a bishop. No? Onye ndu Maazị Nkanu is our leader. Ọ na-eme nke onye leader, ọ na-anọ n'ilu na-asụ ọfịa. That is what they call a leader. This man, this bishop is a leader. He should act as one. Na fight ọ bata si tụọ ya nga, ọ nọ na nga. Onye nọ na-eri oriri every Sunday. Maazị Ndewo, thank you so much. Well, it's your own opinion. Ndewo, thank you. Now, Biafrans, I hope you guys watch this short clip. Fulani S-Men. No, uprooting cassava. Cassava somebody planted, feeding their own cow. These is the people that have this mindset they want to live together with. They're uprooting cassava, feeding their own cow. Wolun kemu, ne mebi nkemu, wolun kemu ne doesn't care. Wolun kemu ne doesn't care. When Maazị Nkanu say it, they say it's hate speech. We all know it takes months for cassava to be harvested. It takes months. Then when that time reach, the owner will go to farm and find out his cassava has been uprooted and be harvested out and feed the cow and feed cows with it. Then if you are the farmer, how will you feel? Look at this massive land. Look at it. And you think these people will stop? You think these people will stop with running to America, asking them to press sanction on Nigeria? No. They are breaking the law. You have to break the law to quench them. This is the truth. This is the fact. That is why Onoyendu established ESN. He said that no activities of ESN will be on media. When you say no activities of ESN will be on media, but guess what? When Onyendu moved to the next level, what is Chinas and Wankita did? Oh, every time internet. What did Simon Ekpa did? Oh yeah, and they post here. But before ESN, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu have chased for an S-men in Ebonyi State, which the governor confirmed. And me and you, we did not know. Until the governor confirmed, Dave Umahi confirmed that there is no Fulani S-men in Ebonyi State. Who make it possible? It is Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. It's Muslim camp. Now, these people, this Nigerian government, who they are so ally in Westerners, they are using everything, every medium to make sure they pull IPOB down. But they cannot pull it down. At some point, he will be working for them. We will not know. Look at Simon Ekpa, look at his camp. Anakongo won for months now. Since their declaration in Finland, Anakongo won low today. And Agbamu that Ngozi Olebeze will be the next person to float out security guard security outfit. Today, when I follow the video, sometimes I been at air. I'm not going to try on. Today, all float together. I'll come for a special program about that. On that. Nwanne onye mara iwe ọ na-eme, onye mara egwu ọ na-agba, ọ nara alụ ukwu. Onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ọ mara egwu ọ na-agba. Look at what these men are doing. And you say that this kind of people, you can be in the same country with them. People that they have already seen you that you are a sacrifice to them. You are a sacrifice to them. Do you guys notice today? This, when they catch all those criminals, they target IPOB, they target ESN, man the police, so man the army. Did you see that thing, that threat, that trending issue have do what? Have collapsed. You know how? Even only I can now elect. Only I kept and making an when you think that you want to, you want to pull down Mr. B or Mr. A, you don't know that you are helping him. Because you see, the coming of this Agunle chamber by Soludo exposed them more. I repeat, the coming of this Agunle chamber by Soludo in Anambra State exposed them more. Go and check all of them that was in their net today. None of them is IPOB member. None of them is IPOB family not member. No ESN. But before now our leader case is getting close. I can float, not can damn did that a flag Biafra one at Tianako. Wulu bad TESN, no? But today, how many of you have come across such video again? All the people that have been arrested in Anambra State, they are all criminals. None of them was IPOB family member or ESN. And even the governors, they know, but they want to, just give a dog a bad name to buy the dog. But Onyendi told them, go and do whatever you want to do. That he promised you, you will not destroy this movement. Look at what they are doing. Now let's go to the Fulani guy that said that the South contributed that why they are not educated. He said the South, the Southerners contributed why they are not educated. Them Fulani. Let's go to the video.
Is not at a disadvantage because of education?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, there are those who believe that it is a deliberate way of you northern elites to keep your people perpetually uneducated, and poor so that you can control them.
No.
But is that fair?
No.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Those that in TikTok that are tapping. Thank you so much. Thank you for your tapping, because I don't know much about this TikTok, but I'm just here to preach the gospel. Thank you, those on TikTok. You guys are wonderful. Please tap. So let's continue.
That's not the correct thinking. I will tell you why. You see, in a way, religion played a role there. The man who has not gone to school, he's been told that he can marry 4 wives, is allowed, and that he can give birth to 27, 30 children. You understand? Mm-hmm. So he's not even thinking that these 27, 37 children, I have to educate them. And I do not have a house where I can provide 27 rooms for everybody to sleep comfortably. And you know what comfort does to intellectual development, Mm-hmm. So that is not correct. I think what is happening is that because of deficit of education, mm-hmm. maybe, and I hope I'm wrong, maybe the leaders did not put in place what was reasonably necessary to accommodate that dislocation for the purpose of educating the populace. So rather, they leave it that way. That's how.
But isn't the failure of the leadership of the North?
It is. It is.
So you and your colleagues, Northern elite, you have failed your people.
Well, I will enter a plea of not guilty to that charge, in the sense that have we been given the opportunity, for example, to occupy, you understand, positions from which we can generate policies that will address these issues? If you don't have that opportunity, what do you do?
But the Northern elite have failed the people of the North.
Well, I don't want
with the rate of out-of-school children, the level of poverty in that, the backwardness that you see in development, mm-hmm. isn't a sheer failure of some of you who lead the North?
I don't know what your definition of failure is. But
when people from that region of the country cannot favorably stand shoulder to shoulder with their colleagues in the South, they don't have the same advantage or the same opportunity that they have. Most of them are on the street. Do you know the number of millions of people, children who are on the street?
That was inherent. If I can vastly now accuse the southern part of the country of moving with policies that deliberately put the North in the disadvantaged area, what will be your defense?
Is it the South that caused the disadvantages that you see in the North?
There are a lot of things that came to play.
There are those people who say some of the southern states had their deliberate efforts by some leaders in the South to keep the South more developed than you find in the North.
So,
no, these are debates.
Let me tell you.
These are conversations.
These conversations at times will generate something different because the understanding may be different. But let me tell you something. Unfortunately, we fought a war. After the war, you understand, the civil service of this country was hijacked by a section of this country. And therefore, deliberate efforts were made to make sure that their people are empowered as a deliberate issue. Deliberate policy was put in place, albeit not clearly outwardly, that can be read, to keep another section perpetually distant from the civil service of this country. You understand?
And you blame leaders from the South for that?
Why will I blame them? I won't blame them, but I will say they betrayed the thinking of our heroes past, who believe in the unity of this country and who wanted to see a strong, united Nigeria. They betrayed that.
So you do not accept.
Do you see how people are not telling themselves the truth? Look at how this man, when Chineke ya akpọ ọkụ n'ụwa. When Chineke ya akpọ ọkụ n'ụwa. lying to his teeth, blaming for their children not to be educated on the Southerner. Also went further and said, after the war, a certain region hijacked the civil servants in the north. You see, internet never lie. Internet never lie. Now, let's destroy this man with truth. We want to destroy this man with truth. With eziokwu Chineke. Okay, let's go.
One thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it obsession.
Now, Biafrans, when I say things are bringing evidence, the man is blaming the South for them not to be educated. And he went further and said that after the war, a certain people, a certain legion, hijacked their civil servants. Now, this video you're about to watch was 1953 from Ahmad Bello. His statement, the first hate speech in Nigeria. It was in 1953. I want you guys to listen.
Obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts?
Now, you heard from Ahmad Bello. He said, in 1952, when he came, they were not northerners ahead all the civil servants. They are not up to 10. But before he left, he makes sure that all the parastatals, all the civil servants, they were all northerners. He said he northernized them. But this man is telling the world that after the war is just 1970. 1970. But this program took place in 1953. And Ahmad Bello is telling you in 1952, when he came, they are not up to 10 northerners. Now, who is lying? Oh, that Abubakar Chineke ya kpọ ọkụ. That Aboki Chineke kpọ ọkụ. If we can say destroy people with fat and with figure, with eziokwu Chineke. Let's continue. We don't have much time.
Solely with northerners and not with other Nigerians, a temporary or permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too. This is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions, coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will feel rather embarrassed, and it might even lead to bloodshed.
Doesn't this damage the idea, sir, of all people in all regions in Nigeria being fellow citizens of one country?
Well, it might, but you are, I mean, new to our region, but how many northerners are employed in the east or in the west? The answer is no. And if there are, there may be 10 laborers employed only in the two regions.
These are the first hate speech. He said, there are young youths who are in the school that even if they finished school and came out, there will be no job. That is why he did what he did. And if there is a place for a foreigner to work, he will hire an expatriate just like him. But if they cannot hire an expatriate, they will go on contract to any other person. But you will be on a contract. But this time no fair, this Okoko, this second Asari Kubo, is telling us in 1970, some people hijacked their civil servant, this thing. Chineke kpọrọ ọkụ. I hope this video because I don't have much time. Let's go back to that video because some videos much kono nene.
Is not at a disadvantage because of education?
Yes.
Allow them to go for their Biafra.
Oh man, go so that how did you know? Why is he Muslim?
Take Timbaland for. Let me tell you.
Is that not the failure of the leaders of that region?
It's not.
Who is
to do your own election? Because I've given you an example to educate 4 children, and you give the same one.
Muslim, Hausa, would they carry go?
So you see, these things are issues that were as old as the independence of this country, and our leaders knew about this, and they have made efforts to make sure that situation is reversed.
What makes me annoyed with Nigeria government is this: we don't have good leaders. We just they talk like we Muslim, Hausa, would they carry God for mind, but we know they use the God. What would they carry for our mind? If they call the God, not be all of us the Isa. Now Aboki spoil this country. Why? They say anywhere where you go, before you go see any other language they beg, you must see Aboki they beg in this country. Why it be so? Where we say we get food, now we they invest food, now we they invest cow, but when now we they suffer past many people. Why you used to be like that?
Okay, how do you feel now? Aboki don't dey for power for a very long time. Una don't rule this country well. You know, una know why you go tell me say una see the hungry.
Oga, I mean, I support Biafra so that no woman dey in one place.
Come again.
I support Biafra in 100.
How did you know about Biafra? Who told you about Biafra?
Oga, I was born 1981. I'm not a small pikin. I crossed 45 to 44 now. I'm not a small pikin. I don't suffer for this country. So what I see with my eye, you make me I dey cry. But I thank God, woman they know they feed me, now God they feed me. Anytime I wake, I will beg the God and I will feed. Today I will go back to him. But we have no leaders in this country.
So how come?
You guys heard what he said? He said their leaders had their problem. And he went on and said that he supports Biafra. They want Biafra to go. Remember what Onyendu said? That a time will come, if the Northerners don't want Biafra to go, their children will rise up and give us Biafra.
I support Biafra in 100 times. Let me man go so that we, the Hausa, will remain. More we see me man, they assist in all people.
I don't mean to be rude. I don't want to be rude to anybody, and I don't want to disrespect anybody, and I don't want to insult anybody. What I'm saying is that is the real truth. The real truth, the real problem of Nigeria, are Northerners. Northerners, Fulani, Hausa are the problem of Nigeria. They don't want our Nigerian progress. If they are not the one in power, then nobody can do it. It's only them that can do it. If you say you deprive Igbo people from having what is supposed to be theirs, allow them to go for their Biafra. If you say Yoruba people are not competent, they cannot rule Nigeria, allow them to go. Then we, the Northerners, should just stay and rule ourselves. If we kill ourselves, that's our business. You cannot say no, because Igbos, you think Igbos are thieves, Igbos are wicked, Igbos are this, they are that, they are this. There is no way that there's not the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if you cannot help the Igbos, allow them to go. If you cannot carry Yorubas, if you don't want them to rule you, allow them to go. Then we, the Northerners, will rule ourselves. If it's going to be better. We are one Nigeria, so we want the best for Nigeria. So we should look at where we are going wrong so that we can perfect it.
The only time one can get out of a problem is when one knows the source of their problem and he or she admits that he has a problem. Fine, Senator Ndala is admitting that the North has a problem of education and illiteracy. But on the contrary, he is not being truthful because he is accusing the South now of being responsible for the illiteracy of northern Nigeria. This is the same ploy and pattern that these northern leaders have been using over the years to enslave and impoverish their people, because they'll come out on the TV like this and say things that their people...
It's a senator. A senator. That Absalom is a senator accusing the Southerners for not allowing their children to be educated. What a fatal lie. Biafrans, we will stop here. This is the second program today. We will stop here. We'll stop here. Maybe tomorrow is start today. Case week, tomorrow. Or maybe the next week we will try to be on space. No, we will stop here. No, everyone, there's a lot of video that I didn't play, but maybe tomorrow we continue where we stop, or next time each boss. I say no. If I that now, my Mazen Nandi Kano must be free. Because whatever Mazen Nandi Kano is fighting for, is for justice. All that legion in Nigeria, they are witnessing what Mazen Kano is demanding, is fighting for. There is this video I want to let me show this video a bit. No, let me show this video a bit.
Nigeria still doesn't produce industrial quality steel, even though there was supposedly the world's largest steel mill was constructed in Nigeria. Now, what most people don't know is that the consultants who designed that steel mill recommended that steel mill should be sited just outside Onitsha. But as a direct result of the Biafran War, as a direct result of the Biafran War, it was the stated policy of Murtala Mohammed that we should not reward those Igbos.
Wow.
So now moved it to a forest in Kogi State instead. In fact, the Metallurgy Institute of Nigeria, which was already constructed prior to the steel mill, till today it's in Onitsha. That's why. Because that was constructed first. The steel mill was supposed to be next to the Metallurgy Institute. That's why Metallurgy Institute is in Onitsha, steel mill is in Kogi. But Nigeria ended up dribbling itself because we went and put it in Kogi where it's unviable. It has never produced anything in 40 plus years.
True.
I hope you guys listening. The guy was talking about the Lokoja iron, no? Iron mill, no? I think in the Okene. Yeah, in the Okene, yeah. That iron industry is supposed to be in the east, supposed to be in Onitsha. But it was after the civil war, it was Monitor Mohammed said no, you don't have to be in east. The same way Monitor Mohammed do what? Took over from Gowon. Yeah. Monica Mohammed. Because of a liver state man was appointed to be NNPC group manager. And that is the reason why these our brothers in the Liverpool area, they begin to change their name. Monica Mohammed. The reason why Gowon was overthrown because it's as a result of giving an liver state man, NNPC group manager, for thanking him for working with them, for betraying his own people. Monica Mohammed now say no. He overthrew Gowon. This is a fact. We can make research about it. Ana so no anyị ya dịka echi adịghị agwụ agwụ ndụ nka nka. Onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ijegilego ịyanatalu ya ga na-agalogo ọfọ ndụ ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike ọfọ mmeli onye fụ ogo na-elotu emelu nwa ya emelu n'ihe eme ya oisi fụ ogo na-atụ nkwe ofe majili ya ana m asọ ya dogo na mma onye ndu Chukwu okike abịa ma duwe egwu mbọsị eke mbọsị oyi mbọsị nkwọ afị na Igbo na-azụ mmeri ya bụ nke gị nye onye mmeri ka ịbụ. Anyị kene nwoke kene nwaanyị kene our legal team led by Barrister Aloy Mako, the Wise Counsel. Wee kene Madam Nenni Anya, IPOB Head of Finance. Wee kene our leaders family. Wee kene the regional coordinator in America, Maazị Ichi Eziokwu, and the state coordinator, Maazị Cosmos, and Masudo Durun. Wee kene the PLO, Masudo Durun. Kene Maazị Ogolo, regional coordinator in Italy. Wee kene regional coordinator in Italy, Maazị Ogolo.
A beacon of hope, a voice unyielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi asume sumwe kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. In the shadows chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by wind so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle